Hello, Roll here once again, getting back to Megaman Battle Network for Red Sun. Or at the very least, we're starting here on Red Sun. Before we continue on with Black Earth, we need to catch up on Blue Moon. We have some Dark Souls to take care of over there. And so... here we are back at the mirrors, this time on Blue Moon. Of course, over here we do have a different set of 6 Dark Soul fights, so let's get right to it. I'm a mirror of the heart. To pass beyond here, dispel the darkness in your heart. I see all. A wise soul, clear of mind, trapped in a dark heart. So first up we have NumberMan DS. Tempting as Number Soul might seem, it's a really bad idea against NumberMan himself. The Dice Bomb Charge Shot is really bad against the Number Ball attack. So let's see here. Honestly, I may just kind of want to ditch that. Yeah, this is why you want a really good, strong charge shot. Even though I was out of range of that, that made me really nervous. Okay, that worked out very nicely. Thank you for cooperating. And so with that, NumberMan Dark Soul is down. So, moving on. I'm a mirror of the heart. To pass beyond here, dispel the darkness in your heart. I see all. A water soul washing all away, trapped in a dark heart. So of course next up we have AquaMan Dark Soul. Really? Life Sword in the first chip selection. You shouldn't have. How very thoughtful. So of course for plot-related reasons, we have fought AquaMan Dark Soul before, though he does of course have more of a chip selection now. Yeah, let's go with this. Ah, completeness. This fight, though, I feel good about going Number Soul. So let's go with this. Don't quite have Pile Driver, but I do have my other Life Sword. Chip selection has been fairly generous here. Still not Pile Driver. But that'll do the trick. So, 2 down. Moving on. I'm a mirror of the heart. To pass beyond here, dispel the darkness in your heart. I see all. A tree soul with its great roots trapped in a dark heart. So yeah, they're not even really trying. That was obviously WoodMan DS, or WoodMan. Yeah, sometimes the abbreviations are just really silly. Okay, against WoodMan, I don't feel too bad going Number Soul. And we can very quickly get more options going here. Okay, I got Pile Driver really fast. Kinda want to see if I can catch him with both sides of it, though. Wait. thought you could only move by jumping. Is that unique to the Dark Soul fight? That's kind of interesting, if so. Let's see. Those would do double damage, but I really kind of want to see if I can get the rest of the Flame Cross advance there. That'd be nice. Yeah, let's just go with this for now. Let's see here. Ask and you shall receive. And he's jumping, so I know exactly where he's going. Perfect. That went pretty nicely. So, WoodMan down. And moving on. I'm a mirror of the heart. To pass beyond here, dispel the darkness in your heart. I see all. A steel soul, bowing to nothing, trapped in a dark heart. So next up we have MetalMan Dark Soul, and the main trick here is just his inherent ability that you can't flinch him out of his attacks. That can be kind of a problem. Alright, let's speed things up and try and save Invis for the end of the turn if we can. I didn't mean to run, hit the button too many times. Let's see here. Having more options seems like a good idea. Let's go with this. Yeah, the problem with the inability to flinch him is that I couldn't hit him with the entirety of the combo. Alright. I do have a pile driver at the ready at least, but unfortunately I'm blinded. I did go Invis at just the right time though to at least avoid the damage from it. Yeah. There you are. That was kind of scary, honestly. Wasn't sure where he was. You would. There we go. I wasn't quite sure that was going to last long enough. But MetalMan is down. And once more, moving on. I'm a mirror of the heart. To pass beyond here, dispel the darkness in your heart. I see all. A lonely soul trapped in a dark heart. And so it's time for JunkMan DS. This fight's kind of a thing even under the best of circumstances. Though this actually might go a little bit differently, I just realized. If he wants to use all those shiny new battle chips he can use, he is going to have to come off that back column eventually. I do think I want more options here. Racking up a bit of extra damage would be nice. And if at all possible, I would like to get by only using one Invis, save the other one for later. We'll see how this goes anyway. Okay, I'm trapped, going Invis. I do have a life sword here, but I also have the means of just quickly getting to my next turn. And that tends to pair better with going ahead and speeding up the custom gauge. I did just use Invis though, so I don't want to waste the other one just yet. So we'll go with this and quickly get to the next turn. Alright. Now if I use Life Sword, I can go ahead and get rid of this extra wide sword here. It's either that or use a pile driver, but I can't get rid of as many chips that way. So yeah, let's do this. JunkMan makes me nervous, man. Okay. Let's use pile driver. Get rid of a few more chips. Okay, good. The junk didn't take that away. There we go. Okay, beautiful. I was really nervous about that one. The JunkMan fight always makes me super nervous. But anyway, one left. I'm a mirror of the heart. To pass beyond here, dispel the darkness in your heart. I see all. A cold-bladed soul slicing all to pieces. And so, time to close things out with our good friend Pertmedus, or ProtoMan DS. This fight might be a bit of a thing, just for how often he can say no to your attacks. That and I don't really have the best opening chip selection here. I'm one off from pile driver, so I think this is my best option for an opener. Hopefully this does hit. Okay, good, it did. I still don't really know why sometimes you can just say no to your attacks, and what defines that. Okay, at least I'm out of range of that. Nice try. Still not really any great options, but we can throw these out there and hope for the best. Okay, hit with both of those. I'm blinded but didn't take damage. Okay. Let's go Number Soul, fire blindly, and then advance the turn. Choices. I've got a pile driver at the ready. But his position there I can only hit with half of it, which is only 400 damage. I could possibly finish him if he gets in a good position with base anomaly. So, you know, high risk, high reward. I don't think I did it. Whoa! Okay, I didn't expect Hell's Rolling to curve that much. Nice to know! Alright. So, yeah. That was unexpected. I really thought I messed up there. But anyway, with that, coming over here to the library, we have all 60 mega chips here on Blue Moon as well. So, we're done with these Soul Unison Dark Soul fights. That was a thing! Okay, so before we close things out, a few final thoughts on the whole Dark Soul battle system. I actually think it was kind of an interesting idea. There are things about it that I really like. I always thought it would be interesting to face an AI opponent that could whip out battle chips just like you can. However, I think it could have been done better than it was. The thing is, as things stand, anytime you fight a boss Navi, it kind of feels like they're going it alone. They have unique attacks, sure, but it always just feels like default attacks they have, akin to Megaman's Buster. Seeing the way they fight thus, with no extra support, it kind of feels like the part in Battle Network 3 after the Flashman scenario, where his shining browser crasher, still love that name, cuts off communication between Lan and Megaman. Thus, he can only rely on his own default attacks without battle chips while manually making his way back to Lan's homepage. If boss Navis actually had battle chips that they could use, it would make the operator on the other end actually feel like more of a presence. Like, say, if Fireman at the end of the Oven network in the first game could occasionally clearly be shown moving in to strike with Fire Sword or other such chips beyond his default moves. It would have felt more like Mr. Match was really part of the equation there. The DS fights kinda do that, but they ignore the rules, and that's where it bugs me. They even have a system in place that they could have worked with, that of linked net battles. There, both players run on the same custom gauge. If either side uses full custom, slow gauge, or fast gauge, both players feel the effects. During each custom phase, each player should, as usual, only be allowed up to 5 chips that work together via code or being the same chip, and have to work with a folder of 30 preset chips. And perhaps most important, during each turn, the opponent should actually have to show that they have chips at the ready, to where they're in just as much danger as your own should the opponent have a way to get rid of them. Since the DS fights clearly ignore all that, it starts to feel kinda cheap, which is where it bugs me. Oh, you're standing in just that one specific spot? Hey, I promise I was holding Air Hockey 3 the whole time, really, lol 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 lol. It makes the DS fights feel far more based on luck than skill. In this way, it's kind of odd. For example, on Red Sun, I don't feel that bothered by the fact that Roll managed to summon base on me. But on Blue Moon, while I'm amused that none of the DS Navis actually managed to hit me, there's only so much skill I can attribute that to. It's far more pure luck, which I freely admit. I mean, the fact that I managed to avoid MetalMan's attacks while he had me blinded? I'm honestly surprised by that one. I don't know how I managed that. But to that end, I don't feel quite as accomplished as I would have coming through a truly fair fight unscathed. It feels like it was all up to luck, and I was just really fortunate that none of them used a time freeze attack in such a way that there was no way I could escape. Still kind of funny that Roll was the only one of the 12 to actually land a hit on me. Anyway, for now, that's where we're going to cut it. Next time we go back to Red Sun, and we finish out Black Earth. So for now, thank you very much for watching, I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well. Really? Okay. It was bound to happen sooner or later. Not really a whole lot I can do about that.